I want to quickly talk to you about Simplifi versus Mint versus YNAB. YNAB, you need a budget, right? So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. I want to first talk about Simplifi. When you think about Simplifi, I want you to think about a product by Quicken. And basically, when you think about Simplifi, just look at a personal budgeting app that is great for a younger audience. You have a fresh, unique approach to personal finance. This is the best app for managing your money with excellent tools for things like budgeting, managing transactions, and more. And we love the fact that it has a great design also. This is really, all those things make it a pleasure to use. So what are the pros and cons of Simplifi by Quicken? Pros first. You have exceptional user experience with a great dashboard. The dashboard is really fantastic. You have excellent transaction management. You have flexible budgeting tools, and you have great reports. The reports are really granular and really fantastic. What about the cons here? Well, there is a modest subscription fee to really think about, $2.39 as of the date of this show, $2.39 per month, and no credit score is currently included. So this is a bummer in our view. But overall, when you think about the Simplifi, think about a tool that comes from the company that makes Quicken, but it doesn't resemble the 30-year or 40-year-old desktop application. When you think about Quicken, think about an app like Quicken Starter, Quicken Deluxe, Quicken Premier, Quicken Home and Business. But this is totally different when you compare and contrast Simplifi to Quicken. And what I want to say here is that Quicken actually is designed for a different market than Simplifi. So basically, Simplifi targets a younger demographic and others who want to track their financial accounts, keeping an eye, on day-to-day spending and work towards savings goals. So this is really cool. And when you think about Simplifi, don't think about Quicken Lite, okay? Because Quicken is really taking a different approach than Simplifi. What I want to say about Simplifi is that Simplifi really, I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is a pricing for Simplifi as of the date of this show. So $2.39, $2.39 every month. Nothing really complicated here, but you have an all-around personal finance app that really gives you some kind of holistic view. But the only thing we don't like is that you don't have a credit score capability right now. But you can still visualize your money, though. You can really see where your money's going, where it's coming from, your cash inflows, cash outflows. Fantastic. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Now let's talk about how Simplifi handles financial transactions. It's important to understand that financial transactions within Simplifi are really consolidated in a very user-friendly way. So as transactions come into the app from your financial institutions, you are able to categorize them, such as labeling a credit card charge for a dinner out as a restaurant spending. Simplifi comes with a simple set of categories and subcategories, and you can add your own, and you can also even tweak them. And transactions flow into multiple areas of the app, including your watch list and spending plan. And so if your spending categories are always accurate, all the feedback and insight you get from Simplifi will be too. This is really cool. And you can do more with transactions than categorize them. So each transaction has an overview page with numerous options. So beyond details like payee, account, and amount, this page contains fields for follow-up flags. You have notes, tags, and attachments. So this is really, really good. You have the ability to manage transactions at a very granular level. You can basically do anything you want. You can select filters for your transaction lists, search for specific ones, or add them manually. And you can earmark them as one-time bills or set them up as recurring. This is totally up to you. Only Quicken has better transaction management in this group of apps. And Quicken actually is the one that makes Simplifi, as a matter of fact. So you are able to build up your savings with Simplifi. This is really cool. And the thing is that you are also able to budget. You can budget your money with Simplifi, not a problem at all. Now, Simplifi doesn't have traditional budget tools like Mint does, but you are able to designate a spending limit in the app, and you are able to actually find how you can categorize your expenses. And Simplifi has something called spending watch list. They are very good in terms of budgeting, and they help you. So overall, we love Simplifi because it is safe to use, it is legit. And the question is, should you subscribe to Simplifi? Well, it really depends on you, because the thing is that Simplifi actually started to actually target a younger audience. They actually started during COVID. That's kind of weird, but yeah, And the question is, if you need something very like a straightforward app to manage your finance, or even like have things very clearly. Like if you do not want to spend too much money and too much time managing your finances, then Simplifi is really great for you because it's very straightforward. It's just fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Simplifi versus Mint versus YNAB. Let me talk to you now about Mint. So when we talk about Mint, first of all, I want you to think about the fact that Mint actually is coming from the same company that is coming from Intuit, the same company that does QuickBooks, that actually that really is the producer, if you will, of QuickBooks, but also you have TurboTax. So when you think about Mint, I want you to think about a tool that's free to use. It is secure. It syncs to a diverse set of financial accounts. You have alert and reminder tools. And you have free credit monitoring services, and you are able to calculate your net worth. So basically, net worth equals total assets minus total liabilities. And you can actually get that number from Mint. What about the cons here? I just told you about the pros, by the way. What about the cons? Well, it does take time to set up, and categories may assign incorrectly in some cases, and you have occasional account connection issues. So because you need to actually have internet to actually use the tool. So when you think about Mint, I want you to think about a free personal finance app that makes managing and saving money very easy. And so you are able to, so the Mint budgeting app connects with your financial accounts so that you can actually get a clearer picture of your personal finance health and total debt within the app. It's really useful because the Mint can actually teach you to save money more effectively while also helping to improve your financial literacy. So basically making you like a financial guru, if you will. And so you will need to download the app and sign up for an account to use Mint. You can then set a monthly budget, categorize expenses, track your spending habits by category, and monitor your credit score. And with Mint, you can actually set up bill reminders and get alerts when you spend actually beyond your set budget, get charged a late fee, or when let's say an upcoming bill is almost due. So this budget app also includes goal-setting tools to actually set financial goals and track your progress. This is really good, and all the features in this version of Mint are free to use. Okay, so this is really good. It is free to use. It is secure. You have free credit monitoring, and it support different financial accounts. So bank accounts, credit cards, for instance, mortgage accounts, investment accounts, personal loans, you name it. This is really fantastic. And you also have alerts and reminders. So reminders about late fees, low balance, bill reminders, over budget within a category, rate changes, unusual account activities. You can also set financial goals within the app, and you can see your net worth. Fantastic. Let's talk about a few things that could be improved when it comes to Mint, because Mint actually is great, but you have to really be aware of a few things before you actually go with Mint. First of all, it does take time to set up. It will take you some time to pull all your information in and set up your Mint account. So be aware that you may need to set aside time to learn how to use the app and all that Mint offers. And this could take somewhere from a few hours all the way to 1 week. Okay, and you also need to think about automatic category assignments. So because the thing here is that sometimes Mint will automatically assign expenses to the wrong category. So if an expense is miscategorized, you can edit it, but this takes extra effort. So be aware of that. You also have some account connection issues. So Mint will occasionally have issues connected to a financial account. In particular, users have had a hard time successfully adding accounts from smaller institutions, especially so I'm talking about credit unions, local credit unions, regional credit unions, or regional banks, or even state banks in some cases. And so some cases, now the product is free, right? Mint is free, but what they do is they actually monetize this whole process by pushing some financial products to you every now and then. And those recommended financial products may feel intrusive in some cases. You have to understand, Mint partners with financial companies to cover its costs. This means you'll get recommended financial products when using the app, and these recommendations are based on your financial situation and may be useful, but some app users may find this to be intrusive. So really just be aware of that. The thing is, if you do not pay for something, you are the product. That's what they say, right? So if for any reason you don't like maintenance, you think this is like the whole thing is just not worth it, you have alternatives. You have YNAB, for instance. I'll review YNAB next, but you have a unit budget. So YNAB means unit budget. You also have Zeta, Zeta or Zeta, and so basically you have a lot of players there, and you also have, of course, you have Simplifi, and you also have a good budget. You have every budget, everyday budget, dollar budget. You have a lot of players out there. That you have Empower, for instance, and this is just fantastic. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Simplifi versus Mint versus YNAB. Talking about YNAB, let's have a conversation about it. So when you think about YNAB, think about you need a budget. This is just the shortcut for this acronym. And the thing is that this is a popular budgeting app designed to help people take charge of their finances. And the YNAB has been around for 20 years now. And the cool thing is that you are able to you can create a budget. You can also save money through YNAB. And the thing is that you are able to maintain a budget over time. This is really good. And so when you think about YNAB, think about a tool that allows you to have a proactive approach to budgeting. You can actually, you are involved actively in setting goals, adding expenses, and adjusting your budgets as needed. You start with default budget categories, but you also can create your own categories to fit your specific needs. And so for automated importing of transactions, you can link a bank account to YNAB, but it's not required. Keep in mind, though, that manually adding transactions to your YNAB accounts may require a lot of extra time and effort. And so when you think about YNAB, I want you to think about a tool that's actually built around 4 budgeting categories. We're talking about 4 specific budgeting principles. Give every dollar a job. So basically what happens here is that as income is added to YNAB, you assign it to specific categories or expenses. That's the first budgeting principle within YNAB, of course. Embrace your true expenses. You can create goals and monthly payments to pay off an infrequent expense outside of your typical budget, like car repairs, for instance. That's number 2. Number 3, you want to roll with the punches. So if you overspend on one category, you can move funds over from another category to cover the cost. And the fourth budgeting principle here is that age your money. So YNAB works by using money earned the previous month to fund your budget. So you can create categories within your budget for bills, but YNAB doesn't have an internal bill pay feature, and it only allows you to earmark funds towards those expenses. And so if you use credit cards to pay for purchases, for example, you can set up a credit card payment category and use it to filter funds from other categories as you enter transactions. So if this sounds like a lot of work, that's because it's much more involved process than with many other budgeting apps. But if this is what you like, why not go with YNAB? And so you have the security. It's really high when it comes to YNAB. So the app is secure. The software is secure. Don't worry about it. And in terms of pricing, YNAB is a paid app and one of the more expensive ones to use at that. And so I'll talk to you about the pricing later on, but you just need to know that you are going to pay like $14.99 to $25.99 a month. Now, if you want to go with a yearly billing process, things can really could be more expensive, could be more cheaper. Could be cheaper, So you can pay somewhere like $100 a year. So $15 a month versus $100 a year. You can see that there's a discount there. So a lot cheaper. And you can also sign up for a 34-day or 30-day free trial of a YNAB to test and see if this is a good fit for your budgeting needs. And the cool thing is no credit card is required to actually sign up for the free trial. So this is kind of cool. And so overall, we love this tool because you are able to test things and see if this works for you. It's all about making sure to see that you just want to make sure that things work for you. I want to talk to you about the distinguishing features here when you think about YNAB. The thing is that when you think about YNAB, first of all, I just told you that it really requires a little more time of when it comes to starting, right? But the thing is, once you set things up, you are able to just forget it, okay? And the good news is that YNAB doesn't leave it up to you to learn how to successfully navigate the app alone. Your YNAB account also comes with access to dozens of live workshops each week covering every aspect of the app and how to budget using YNAB. There are also hundreds of helpful articles and guides, a YNAB podcast, and an online forum to help you get started and to actually answer questions as they arise. And so you can actually use your YNAB on your iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, Android, Alexa. This is really cool. So when you think about YNAB, think about a tool that's available on multiple platforms. You have manual and automatic account listing options, and you have a tool that comes with a 34-day free trial period. And but the only thing is, that it's just a higher price than most budgeting apps. No bill tracking feature, and you have a steep learning curve to really sort of think about. Now, in terms of how YNAB stacks up, well, budgeting often carries a negative connotation based on our research, and it's really important to understand that people think budgeting is like too complicated because either it's too restrictive or too hard to maintain. But YNAB's proactive approach goes against some other budgeting apps which present a more hands-off approach. So using YNAB may require more work than using another app or software, but that's on purpose to keep users engaged in their finances. So YNAB is also more expensive than other budgeting apps and lacks some features outside of budgeting found with its competitors. You can track investment accounts with YNAB, but it's not one of the primary features here. And YNAB is first and foremost a budgeting tool. If you are looking to help, if you're looking for help to design a real-time budget that actually works, YNAB may be a good fit even at its current price. It's really important to really understand. So overall, it's just one of those things where if you're willing to spend $15 to $20 every month on budgeting and you are really serious about budgeting overall, this is a tool for you. But there's no free version. I just want to mention that. There's no free version of YNAB. You're going to have to pay for it. There is actually a 34-day free trial, of course, but there's no free version. So just be aware of that. But for the 30-day free trial, there's no credit card required. So you can actually just, try the process. You can try the software and see, if it works for you. So what's the decision here? Simplifi versus Mint versus YNAB. Which one to choose? Well, it's really important to understand that when we talk about choosing the right finance app for you, you need to ask yourself, what is my priority? What is my goal? What are my priorities? What are my goals? It's important to understand that regardless of your demographic, whether you're a teen, a young investor, a young adult, a mature, like a senior, whatever, you will find a finance app that really caters to your audience. And it's really also important to understand that if you want to choose the right app for you, you need to focus on the goal you are trying to achieve. Is it budgeting? Is it saving? Is it net worth, growth of your net worth? What are you trying to achieve? Is it debt management? Do you want to reduce debt? Do you want to consolidate debt? You need to review the features offered by the app and determine if they are worth the price or time for you. So think about, and the thing is, do you want a free or paid service? How much money is required to use the app? You want to review the app's scores on platforms from other users. You want to look at Trustpilot, for instance, look at Triple B. You want to look on Google, and basically just you are trying to have a clear idea about the features, about the reviews, everything. Okay. And you want to carefully consider your time and money commitment. Some apps, as you just saw with YNAB, require a lot of time and commitment. It's not just I'm paying $10 a month and they'll help me take care of my budget. No, some apps want you to be involved for real, like to spend time and money and everything and energy. As a matter of fact, every single month, in some cases every single day, on the app. So it's really important to really understand that when we talk about personal budgeting, this could be a life-changing exercise. So think about it, and you want to focus on keeping your personal information safe and secure. The bottom line here is you can go with Mint, YNAB, Simplifi, but the question is, what is important for you, and how critical is the whole personal finance journey for you right now at this moment in your life? Because things could change 1 year from now, 10 years from now, or 1 month from now. But right now, how important is it for you? So here's our winner. between Simplifi, Mint, and YNAB, our winner is Mint. So we have actually scored Mint 9.8 over 10, YNAB 9.6 over 10, and Simplifi 9.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.